Hi there, welcome to another edition of the Wayrider Chronicles. My name is Kim. Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk about something slightly different. Elon Musk is right. We need to go to the stars. I remember being involved in a discussion at a London party way back in 2006 whereby, and this was a long time before the current global warming, we're all going to die, we're all going to melt, glaciers are going to melt, New York's going to be flooded, except all coastal cities are going to be flooded debate, basically. The whole global warming, climatic change debate, or not debate, but because it's no longer a debate, it's happening. And that's a little bit of an issue in itself, that there's no actual debate involved with climate change. It's happening. It's proven. We have no choice about it, which is always slightly worrying. Anyway, at the time, I believe this particular discussion was provoked after a few drinks. I think it was to do with some report that, you remember in those days we were talking about not global warming, we were talking about overpopulation, which is still an issue. I don't know if the number being thrown about at the time was that we hit 8 billion or 9 billion or whatever we are at the time. I can't remember, 7 billion, and there was too many people and we're all going to starve, etc, etc. Anyway, and I said there was a very earnest young lady who was hammering on about this. And I said to her, well, I remember saying distinctly, and it was an international gathering, it was a Danish guy, there was some Europeans, there was a lot of English people, I believe this woman, there was even a guy I met from Iceland. I've never met anybody from Iceland before. Anyway, and this particular young lady said that it's all over if we don't do something about overpopulation. And I said I didn't believe that. I believed that at some stage before overpopulation became a serious issue, because the way these statistics are put out, global warming is, or climate change is similar in a certain sense, that it's all going to happen tomorrow. Like today we're at 40 degrees and tomorrow we're at 50 degrees and we're all dying basically. It's not happening that quickly. Overpopulation was the same. We're talking about, even with the most pessimistic, I would say, climate change problems, we're still looking at the end of the century before, if we don't do anything and we don't keep the temperature down and all that famous discussion that's going on at the moment, we'll all be dying of heat waves in summer. But the way every time these type of alarmist statistics, I mean not alarmist, but these statistics come out, it's all going to, oh my God, if you don't do something, we're all dead tomorrow. And I said, in that space of time, and the progress that's happening, and this was way before the acceleration that's happening at the moment with the internet and artificial intelligence, etc., etc. So it's many years ago, 2006 is nearly 20 years ago. I said at the time that that's a lot of rubbish, because by the time overpopulation becomes a major issue, we will have found a way to travel from one solar system to another, and we'll be out of here. And it will no longer become a problem. So, coming back to what I said at the beginning of this video, Elon Musk is right. Yes, we need to go to Mars. We probably need to go to the moon first to build a spaceship that will enable people to go to Mars, because it takes, I believe, 9 months or nearly a year to get there. Enables them to not go completely crazy in some little box going all the way to Mars and getting there and staying there and all the rest of it. But one day somebody will come up, or scientists, astrophysicists, whatever they call them, will come up with a way to either prove Einstein's theory of relativity, which I was reading a very interesting article the other day that warp speed, which is essentially traveling near the speed of light, is mathematically sort of feasible. Technically or physically and engineering point of view, it's a different issue whatsoever. But as ever, with anything to do with our expanding knowledge of physics and the universe, it may turn out to be something completely different. I don't know. But for one thing is for certain, that it will happen. The Chinese have just come back from the moon today in fact, bringing samples back. The moon will be a staging ground, because there's water on the moon. Without water, it's very difficult to go anywhere for any length of time, but all around with you all the time. And they will build spaceships that will enable us much bigger, because if they're built in non-gravity situations, they can be much bigger, and they don't need to enter the atmosphere, so they don't need to be as robust. They can be bigger and whatever you. And yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll be gone, as they say. It's all science fiction-y, but a lot of times science fiction is a harbinger of what happens, of reality. And I guess we all know Star Trek and Star Wars and The Expanse and all the rest of these science fiction things, which are everybody flitting about willy-nilly from one place to another. It won't be as easy as that, but if you go back to when the Portuguese and the Spanish, but especially the Portuguese, first left Portugal to go to, essentially were looking for a sea passage to the Far East, to the Spice Islands. Virtually they left in ships that were not very big. Today they would seem like rowing boats. And they had no idea how they were getting there. They had no idea of where they were or how long it was going to take, but they went and they did it. They'll do the same. We will do the same with space exploration. See you guys.